Parsha. This is
Torah.
ready to start. Exactly. So last week we were focusing a lot on are you able to see the arrow? My black arrow moving around the screen? Oh, sorry. How about now? With the hand?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, now we can.
Yeah, I just realized I was on the wrong screen. We have two screens here. It's like a high-tech office. Let me see. Let me make it a little bigger. It's already 200%. 250. Better. All right. So last week we focused on this trope here. Unfortunately, the arrow doesn't carry over for this for whatever reason. Right? It's like a comma and a reverse comma. You see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kehat. Repeat after me. Ben Yitzhar.
Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahav,
Ben Yitzhak.
Ben Levi.
Right?
Ben Levi.
Da, 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 da. Right, so
Da,
this
da,
one-
da, da.
Right?
Mekakarach, Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahat, Ben Levi. V'datan Avira, B'nei.
So Roy, put a little bit of an emphasis on the Yitzhar, on the hay there. Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahat, Ben Levi.
Mekakarach, Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahav, Ben Levi. V'datan Avram, but
Oh no! This one is an exciting one, right? Even though you have the same on top, it's much more exciting. It sounds like this: Vidatan ba'aviram.
V'datan Aviram.
Then you got
Eliav.
no. Slow down, Roy. Deep breaths. Do you see the S under the nun there? Right. So that's telling us that this is a squiggly sound. B'nei.
B'nai.
V'datan Aviram. B'nei.
No. B'nei.
B'nei.
That's it.
B'nai.
Right. It's squiggling back and forth.
B'nei.
That's it. And then the next one kind of goes down.
Eliav.
That's it. Yeah.
Eliav. Vion ben Pelet. B'nei Ruvain.
On Ben Pelet. B'nei Reuven. On Ben Pelet.
Vion ben Pelet. B'nei Ruvain.
B'nei Reuven.
B'nei Ruvain.
So every Sof Pasuk, the Cantor mentioned this last week as well, everyone has, there's a line, a degesh, under one of the letters. And again, with all the trouble, it's not really about the letter, it's about the syllable. So you kind of emphasize that. So it's B'nei Reuven.
B'nei Ruvain.
If it was under the U, for example, it would be B'nei Reuven.
B'nei Reuven.
Because it's under
B'nei Ruvain.
Reuven. All right, so it's
Ben Yitzhar, Ben
Ben
Levi, V'datan Avira.
Ben
V'datan
Yitzhar.
Aviram.
Everybody repeat after me until it's coming out of your ears. Da da dee, da da da. Seesaw. Da da da, da da da. or I'll do like the woman with the.
Yeah. I think
All right, Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahat.
Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahat.
Ben
Larry-
Yitzhar, Ben Kahav,
We haven't heard from you.
Kahav Ben Levi.
Larry, can you give me a Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahat?
Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahas, Ben Yitzhar, Ben Kahas,
Ben Levi.
Ben Levi,
Right,
Ben,
you're right. You remember this is the shortstop. This is the Derek Jeter,
Ben
or
Levi.
whoever your favorite shortstop is.
okay, Ben Levi, Ben Ben Levi,
Yeah, we're not going to worry about this trope now. It's a rear one when you have that same one on top. So it'll just.
Well, it's reverse. It's reversed. In the Haftarah, is Dan Daviram.
Exactly. So in the Torah reading, it's B'datan Ba'aviram. Right, but let's not focus on it too much now because we don't want to. As the famous adage in the Talmud says, "Tafasta meruba lo tafasta." If you grab for too much, you end up with nothing. The funny thing is that I've noticed that the same idea is in almost every culture. There's an axiom for it. You grab a finger, you have a hand or a finger or whatever. You get the. Anyway. All right, so let's go to the next verse. Vayakumu. So we'll call this one the big jump. You see it?
Anashim, Mibnei Yisrael, Nishayada.
Can you go over the first word again? Because it's the same upside down comma for both the cuff and the oo.
Yes. So it's like a double emphasis. Vayakumu. Right? And basically you're going up on those syllables.
Vayakumu. So it's the same note for
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Vayakumu.
And then this one over here, the Merchat Tipcha, Va'anashim, Mibnei Yisrael, right? The Mibnei doesn't have a trope on it, so it's just tagging along with the Yisrael here. That's why there's the hyphen. If anybody knows a better name for the higher hyphen, let me know. But for now, we're just going to call it the hyphen. I hope everybody's okay with that. Va'anashim, Mibnei Yisrael.
Hashim.
Hayim, right? The C-A-A-Da. What do you guys think? Going down the slide work for that? Is that image? So you have the comma and then Anshe Shem.
Anshe Shem.
All right.
Anshe Shem. Yes.
All right. So this one is not a common one, but I'll just sing it so you'll hear it. Vayikahalu.
Yikalu. Well, actually, very similar to the Haftarah version of that too.
Yeah. What do you know, right? So that's known as a Gershayim. But we're not going to pay attention to it.
Kalu El Moshe, V'Aaron, V'Yomru.
No. Allah Hara. Right? Just like you do in the Haftarah. It's also.
V'Aaron,
No, it's stretched out.
V'Aaron, V'Aaron.
No, I think it's the same note though, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
It's supposed to
in
be the same
Haftarah.
note.
It's same note as.
Together. I mean, it's the same note, just extended.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alara.
Aharo.
Looking at the diamond shape above the resh.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Biala.
So it's a exactly. So it's just schlepping it out.
Yeah.
I don't know
Aharo.
why they use diamond to represent it. But that's what it is. I'm sure it made sense of it. Everybody got that?
Aharo.
Yaharon.
Aharo.
Roy,
Yaharon.
try to keep it more flat. Allah hara.
Yaharon.
Yeah, perfect. Rob, maybe you should do this.
Aharon.
But I think when you did it, Roy got it. That's my point.
Yaharon.
All right, and now we
Yalehem Ralachem Choeda Kulam
hold on.
Kadoshim.
Bichol ha'eda. Right, we're going up. It's got that.
Choeda Kulam Kadoshim.
Go up on the da. Bichol ha'eda.
Choeda.
No, you're going down.
Higher.
Choeda.
Bichol ha'eda.
Choeda.
Aeda.
But Hashem. Umudat. Tinashu Alkal.
Let's go back to Umadua Titnasu. First, make sure to read it because it's a hard word. Right. This is Datan and Aviram, the rebels, who are saying, "Why are you raising? Hey Moses and Aaron, why are you guys raising yourself above us? What makes you so special?" Umadu Titnasu.
Umadua Titnasu.
Larry, you want to try that?
Titnasu.
Good. Larry?
Umadua Titnasu.
Perfect. Alcohol.
Titnasu.
Umadua Titnasu. Alcohol Adonai.
Alkal Hashem.
All right, so let's go.
They combined against Moses, and Aaron said to them, "You've gone too far, for the community are holy, all of them, and Hashem is in their midst. When they do raise yourselves above, why do you raise yourselves above Hashem's congregation?"
All right, so we've got a short verse. Let's see if we can figure this one out. Vayishma Moshe.
Vayishma Moshe.
Vayishma Moshe.
Vayishma Moshe v'yipol al panav.
Vayipol al panav.
Panav. Vayishma Moshe v'yipol al panav.
Nope.
No.
Vayipol al panav.
Al panav.
That's it.
Vayishma Moshe v'yipol al panav.
Al panav.
Al Panav.
All right.
I'm sorry, Rabbi. How do you do the first two words?
Yeah, let's not rush through it.
So technically, Roy isn't wrong. The way kind of seasoned Balkaras do it is often kind of the shorter way, also like what this Cantor was saying. But when you're teaching it, it's often Vayishma Moshe. You give it an extra.
Vayishma Moshe.
Vayishma Moshe.
Vayishma.
Vayishma Moshe.
Moshe v'yipol
Moshe.
Alpanav.
Vayipal
Alpanav.
Panav.
Shema Moshe V'yipol Alpanav.
Good.
If you had the hard copy, wouldn't it be easier, like under the above the ma, to put a little 3 so you know it's 3 syllables?
Vayishma. You mean syllables or
To
you
say
mean-
Notes.
to lane it, it's 3 syllables the way you did it. The ma is 3 syllables.
Shema Moshe.
you mean
Three
notes?
syllables or 3 notes?
What?
Do you mean 3 notes on the ma or 3
Well,
syllables?
Well, you know, we're saying the same thing. I may be expressing myself wrong,
But
but
you
the
mean
ma
the
is actually 3. It's
3
broken into
sounds.
3 sounds, right?
Right.
Okay.
Whereas the Moshe is 2 sounds. Because if I was reading the music,
Mm-hmm.
you'd see
It would be 3 notes.
right. It would be 3 notes.
Right.
To me,
Right.
that would be easier for me to remember.
Yeah.
That it's 3, and the
Right.
next one is 2.
And that's
Right.
the thing, and that's one of the things that makes Haftorah easier for kids that are learning it, because they can mark up whatever they want on the
Right,
sheet of a Haftorah. They can't do it on the Torah scroll.
right.
But you could do it on the paper
But you could do it on the
Exactly. You can do
paper.
it
I
on the
mean, to keep
when you
practicing it.
practice. Right.
All right. So this is a little bit of a challenging one, but so this is that one that Roy really enjoys,
Up.
right? So it's the same markings, but just on the top instead of on the bottom, and it sounds completely different, right? Roy, you want to give it a shot?
Can we make sure I do the Torah, not the Haftarah? Because the. Oh, yeah. Vayedaber El Korach. No, that doesn't work. Because Vayedaber El Korach.
Yes.
So Vayedaber.
All right. Now I have to get myself. You just switched my brain to Haftarah mode.
Yeah, and my brain's on Haftarah too now.
So the way to use Vayedaber El Korach.
Vayedaber El Korach. El Korach.
Korach. Korach.
Vayedaber El Korach.
Torah.
Right. The emphasis.
El Korach.
That's it. Right. The emphasis is on the kuf.
Ko. I'm the kuf.
So that's where we're going to do the.
Daber El Korach.
No. El ko.
Torah.
El Korach.
Right.
Right.
Well,
Ignore these. This other squiggly over here for.
Boker V'ya.
All right.
Don't go too far ahead because I don't think we're getting it this way.
Yeah.
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
Okay. In general, you have 2 ways of studying a text. So, if you are going to study a text, just that particular text, okay, so you can go by rote, repeat. You will finally end up studying that text. So if you're studying the text of Korah, it's good for Korah, that's it. You go to the next week, you will not be able to do anything. If you are going to study the tropes, because this is a trope, then you have to go from the tropes to the text. And you have to study the tropes first. But as long all the time that you are studying the tropes, you are referring to the text. Okay, so I don't
I think we should do the Pashta and that text. All right.
Yeah.
Pashta.
All right. Let me.
When I used to teach it, okay, I used to have like flashcards, and in every flashcard I have the sign of the trope on one side and the name of the other side, okay? and then you practice with it. Pashta, mapach, pashta, zakev katon. But you do it only like last week. I said only three parts, segments, phrases. Etnachta, sof pasuk, zakev katon. These are, I said,
Sorry.
Who was that?
No, I found a website that I think might do what the counter is talking about. Let's have a look. Are you able to see it?
yeah, but last week you had, it's easier the way it was last week. You have the phrase, the whole thing. Okay, this is, all right.
So this is the
So
now. Go ahead.
the one that's the fourth one, that's the classic one, the full one. מרחה טיפחה מונחת נחתה, מרחה טיפחה מרחה סוף פסוק, מרחה טיפחה, okay, מונחת נחתה. So, and then you go, for example, the fifth one is טיפחה את נחתה, טיפחה את נחתה. The third one, טיפחה מונחת נחתה, טיפחה מונחת נחתה. The second, מונחת נחתה, מונחת נחתה, and then it נחתה. But again, last week it was beautiful because it was the first part of the Torah. It was very easy because it says every tribe, okay, they send from every tribe, they send one person and kept repeating itself. So over here, I'm not I'm not sure do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, do you
Yeah,
agree or not? Because I don't see, unless you study to do your bar mitzvah Torah reading or to do a special, then it's okay. Now, to me, okay, it's better now to go back here and see if we remember what we did last week. Do you agree about writing flashcards?
Are any of you guys able or willing or have worked with? I know at least two of you are teachers.
And you don't do the flashcard of all the tropes. You just do
Yeah.
the most common ones. And you can refer them to the site where they can find them. And you can write them, Pashta, you can write in English and in Hebrew. The sign on one side, the other side, okay, the pronunciation. Pashta in Hebrew, Pashta in English. And now, if you are a little bit, you understand music a little bit, like Sandy just said before, you can feel, for example, that a trope can have 2 notes, or it has 3 notes, or maybe more or less. And so you can put the signs, even if you don't understand, you're starting from
Yeah.
the beginning, you're going up, you're going down, you're going 2, 3 up. So all these things, if you do it and you study the trope, and then you start going back and forth from the tropes to the text, and study it. Okay? Everybody can choose one text in the future, and it doesn't have to be the whole aliyah. It can be just maybe 3 sentences, and we can divide it. You can get an aliyah that you can say only 3 sentences, because normally, you can do it, especially if when you get to triennial, you'll have 3 sentences aliyot. Okay, that's my pitch. I don't know if you understand me or not, but
Can I respond?
go ahead.
Okay, I have my own way of memorizing. It's similar to flashcards, but it's not the same. And first, I need the information, and I don't really feel I have the information yet. I need a sheet of paper that has the symbols on one side and what they sound like next to them, and then I can memorize it.
Well, that's the idea of the flashcards, as I understand it, and what the
Right, but
rabbi
I
put
don't
on
have that
earlier.
information. I
Right.
can't make flashcards.
Okay.
I don't usually use flashcards. I taught AP Bio, and I taught very complicated biochemical reactions.
Mhm.
And I would look at it and turn it over and see if I could write it. And then I would look at it again and see where I made a mistake and then do it again. I would do it 2 or 3 times until I got it right.
Well, in a way, this is similar, except,
Okay.
and I'm no musician. anyway.
It's similar to flashcards, but I
Well-
still need the information.
Right, but I'm not even
I
talking
haven't
about
memorized anything yet.
right, but I'm not talking about flashcards. I would find it easier if I actually had the music in front of me.
You mean the music to read the music?
The notes actually, so that I could, just play with one hand and keep repeating it over and over again, because the tune I'd be able to remember.
I have this book, and it actually has the notes as well as it's a good book, and it has the notes in here for each one of the markings. It's maybe hard to see it, but you can order it online. But they do have other books like this, and there's even free. There are free sites that have it, like Trope Trainer and things like that, that have the notes written.
Rob, is there a page or two that would summarize the important symbols?
I'd have to go through it again. If there are pages that have summary, like in the back.
But it still coincides with the notes because it's a tune.
Right.
My point. So
Exactly.
when you talk about, biochemical reactions and all, that is something you're not actually visualizing, what happens when it gets together, the actual physical thing. But with a tune, you're actually visualizing the notes.
See, here they have the notes.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're just doing, with your left hand or your right hand, the 4 notes over and over and over again, to me, that's what makes it stick. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think everyone learns differently, but I'm similar because I have my musical thinking like you.
Yeah.
But I know different people have different ways of.
All right,
of
so I'm pretty sure
memorizing.
that there's material for each one of those ways of learning with a little bit of searching.
Right.
Mhm.
Online.
So I think that what I'm trying to kind of pull together is what I can do that would work for everybody at the moment. So I found this website. Let me see if this is helpful. See, all right. So these are the actual names in Hebrew. There's also a recording that's along with it. So let's listen to it.
טיבך מונח אתנחתם, טיבך
No, this sounds like a
מונח
It's
Yeah, it sounds
Haftarah.
like Haftarah. That's Haftarah, definitely.
Right.
Okay. Oh, Haftarah. Oops.
Right.
Never mind. All right, I'm gonna keep looking here.
Sandy, I can bring this with me when I come to synagogue if you want to look at it or
Oh,
borrow
that would
it.
be great.
Yeah.
Did anybody try to
here
use that YouTube video?
Right. When you come back. I'm sorry.
Sorry, what?
The YouTube video wasn't helpful to anybody?
I didn't get a chance to do it.
Okay. Yeah, it made sense at the time.
No, it's a good idea.
I think I signed off. Did we get the link for the YouTube videos?
I don't remember where I put it.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
just right now. This I think would serve Sandy's purpose. So let me give it to you right now.
Now, the bat mitzvah we went to Saturday afternoon, she
Yeah.
did the Torah, and she did a really beautiful job. How did she learn it?
So she did exactly what the cantor said, which is it was a very focused on those things, and it was a memorizing. She
Beautiful.
unfortunately she did it in a very short amount of time. There was no way that she was going to be able to learn the skill that we're aiming for, which is to have it be transferable.
Yeah.
So Sandy, if you click the link, you'll see. I'm gonna put it on the screen here. But I think this should serve what you're asking for.
Okay.
Oh.
Brandeis Baruch, that's what I'm clicking.
The Pinterest.
Oh, in the
In
chat.
the chat.
In the chat.
Do you see the chat box on the bottom right of your screen? The little chat box says there's like a triangle thingy that says is activities, and then there's a chat with everyone on the bottom right corner of the Google Meet.
Of the page you just put on?
Now, forget about the page I just put on.
Oh, okay.
In the whole Google Meet screen, on the bottom right, you have a little thingy. You see there's like a picture of people, and there's a number 9 on it.
Yes.
Right to the right of that, the next thing to the right of that is a little chat box.
I got it.
Click it.
Oh, I see.
You see the link?
Yep. Pin interest. Yep.
Right. Pinterest.
Pinterest, excuse me.
Pinterest is a less popular social media platform.
Thank you. All right, I lost it though.
That's okay. You can go back and do the exact same thing again.
Should I X out of it? Wait a minute.
I don't know what you did.
I never knew that there is a reform Torah tropes sheet.
Yeah. They don't use it that often. All right.
But this is very good.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing what you have to need now, and that's why I thought the rabbi, when he started with the Shema, it was a good idea. The Shema, Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha, that can be used for the tropes.
Exactly.
When you say Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha, B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha, so you look there on the tropes where B'chol levavcha ממך טיבך מונח אתנחתה בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך, and then you see it here at the beginning, ממך טיבך מונח אתנחתה. That's the first phrase of the tropes here. ממך טיבך, ממך סוף פסוק. Okay, you can use the Shema. And then on the second step is to take a part of any Torah reading in the future and try to implement those tropes from here to the Torah reading that you want to do in the future.
I don't see Tavir over here. but whatever. This would be a really good start.
You cannot make it larger.
I could make it larger, but I don't. Oh, hold on. Let me see what happens if I click this here.
Okay, that's already.
Dargah. It only goes to Dargah. Okay, but it's a good start.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, in terms of what Larry needs, let me see if I can find something. So you're saying not a flashcard, but something along those lines. But why don't we start with flashcards and see? Because I'm sure there are flashcards. Enters.org. Neil Schwartz. He wants $4.
$4.
For the trope flashcards. Let's see if somebody wants to give it to us for free. What's the flashcard site? It's like a site that has flashcards. No?
You had it. Is that the what you had before?
Did I have flashcards before? They weren't
Yeah.
quite flashcards.
Oh, yeah, they were similar to flashcards, though.
Yeah.
This thing, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
I found something on the Quizlet, trope flashcards.
Yeah, I think maybe it was Quizlet I was thinking of.
Yeah, I just found it. I'm going to open it. If it's right, I'll put it in the.
All right, I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, I think I found it here. I'll put the link in the chat. I think this is what you mean.
Does everybody know how to access the chat now? Larry, do you know how to access the chat?
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm putting it up there. You can take a look and see if this is what you were looking for.
All right.
Is it on?
Did you? It's there. Yeah. Do you see it?
And then it flips over. Right.
It looks like a child's drawing, but
right.
I don't see it at all. Should I go into the
Where
chat?
are you?
it's like a brown piece of construction paper with a little rectangle drawing.
wait.
Slow down. Sandy, what you'll see in the chat is a link.
I got it.
Yes.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you click on it, it'll flip it upside down.
Got it. Okay.
Right. The only problem with this one is that it doesn't have Nikodot for the name of the trope.
It says Kadma on the back.
Well, you know that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But let me see if there's another one. Trope. Trope. 2 study sets. Let's see if it's the same one. Abby Eisenberg. Is it from Abby Eisenberg? Hold on. Let's go back a second.
Yeah, I see the Neil Schwartz and the Michael Weiss.
Merfa. Oh, this is good because this one's in English.
Okay.
All right, this might actually do the trick. All right. Take C. Try the next link, the third link.
Oh, okay. It's also Quizlet.
Correct. No, I'm taking your idea.
Okay. Okay.
Does everybody see it? So this is giving you the name in English, which may be helpful. So you don't have to worry about reading the Hebrew name.
Oh, yes, I see. Right.
You can focus on the trope itself.
Right. I see. That's good.
All right. And then the next one, Tipcha. Good. Mordechai, do you know how to do this? Or let me share it.
Oh, you click the arrow and you got Tipcha.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hold on.
I don't see the name of it. I see the Vav with the little
Hold on.
if you click on the same box, it should flip it back over again.
Okay, here you go. You'll see.
It's not flipping it over.
You click on the dots.
Huh? What?
Well, let me.
No, not on the dots, on the card
The
itself.
dots are clear. It turned
I
it
got
over
it.
to the English from the
Okay. I
Hebrew.
had it over the letter. It wasn't flipping.
Oh,
Oh, because then it's giving the magnifying glass.
I see.
Right,
I
yeah.
see.
I get the magnifying glass when I click the letter itself. I was able to see dots.
Yes, I just found
And
the
now
dots.
I don't see the dots anymore, unfortunately.
You don't
But
actually need the dots, though.
yeah,
You can just
I
click
don't.
anywhere.
Yeah, I
other
don't
than
see
on the
them
left.
anymore.
They come back when it
Oh
flips
no,
back
okay.
over.
I'm mistaken because now they're showing the English on the top left corner.
Okay, I
So
see. Okay, mercha.
Mercha tibcha,
Okay,
menuach etna,
you don't have one.
sof pasuk.
All right. So this is just the
Padma mapa.
individual. Right. These are just the individual.
Right.
markings. Now let me see. She did a second set. So let me see what the second set.
If there is a set that has the music,
That's what I would like. Yeah.
Right.
Let's see what her second set is. Three dots. Sof pasuk. Three dots. Sof pasuk. Okay. Three dots. Enough. I don't really get this one. How is this a flashcard? All right. Okay. So Torah trope with musical notes is what you're asking for.
Right. In a flashcard.
I got it. I'm sure it's there. Somebody's done it. And if not, Rob, maybe that's a project. Musical theater. No, that's not going to help me right now. What is the Torah? Yeah, that's okay. This website is, I think we've pushed the, maybe take Torah out if we get me lucky. Yeah, we pushed the limits of this website.
There is the Tro Trainer website, but I think you have to pay something.
Yeah, you have to pay a subscription.
Right.
look, this thing, it takes, I would say, I mean, a minimum of about 10 lessons to study the tropes. 10 lessons, plus you have to do homework, which means you have to repeat.
Practice.
So I say, again, practice. So if every week we learn just one phrase,
Right.
and then that we repeat it again and again, and then we take that and apply it to the Torah,
Right.
okay? And that will be one lesson. Then you go to the next one and the next one. And for me, it's difficult to do it. I mean, for people who are very good with a computer, you can study this way. But you see, and once you find it, and everybody has to be on the same page.
Right.
One person will be one page, another person on another page.
Right.
Is there a recording of each lesson? I'd like to see them again.
We were working on that. For whatever reason, it used to be there was just a button to be able to do that, and then that button is gone. And Dan was working on it. I'm not sure what happened.
This looks good, though. Where did you find this?
Just about the recordings, I am sending it up to YouTube in a private channel, not public, so I can share the link for that. That's for today.
What is the link for this that's up on the screen?
I'll post it right now.
Okay, I'm making a page for all the links.
All right, if you do that, can you please give it to me? Maybe if you can make it.
I can email. I can email this one to you.
Okay, and print or email.
Well, printing is not going to help because I don't know when I'll be able to get it. But let me email it to you.
Are you still in Quizlet? I feel
No, this
No.
is different.
So I'll get out of Quizlet.
Yeah, this is Sinai Brookline.
Oh, Sinai. Oh, I see it. Okay.
Is that good?
It has all the YouTube videos, so you can hear the melody.
Okay.
I got it right.
Oh, and it's a whole series of videos. That looks good.
Right. Yeah.
What happened to the people from last week? That's
gave up.
Hopefully not.
Well, Dennis might be working. I think he just started a new job. Who else was here who's not here today?
Was another guy.
Mark was with us.
Mark who?
Lenora's husband.
Oh, he was on? Gilliman?
Mhm. Yep.
No, I don't think he was on for the Trump part. Was he?
No,
Yeah, he was with us. Yes, he was.
There was another guy. No, it cannot.
You also had Jeff on here too.
Yes, that's right. Jeff
Oh,
Beckman.
Jeff. Right.
Oh, yeah. I thought Mark was with us, Lenora's husband.
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Could have
But
sworn
Jeff
he was there.
definitely was on. I don't remember Mark, but Jeff definitely was on.
Anyway,
Yeah, Jeff often has problems with the computer, though.
Mordecai, I sent you the links, so you don't need to worry about the chat box. All right, so it sounds like we want to rethink this a little bit, which is fine because we're going to take a break for next week anyway, because it's going to be July 4th weekend.
Could we look at the videos from session 1 for next week?
Yes.
It's 7 videos.
Session 1 was taped.
Oh, they have a quiz too.
Let me see. I don't even know where it is anymore. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Section 1. We can just... No, we don't need why chant. We know why we're chanting. Hold on. Chanting Torah, prioritizing the 6 lords, mapping domains. All right, why don't we start with 2? Let's do it to prioritize. There we go.
Okay.
And then we'll stop with after this.
This is the second video in the series that I'm creating to help you learn how to chant Torah. And this is really just a brief pep talk because when you start to learn how to chant Torah, it can feel really overwhelming. And in fact, the way it's presented is often not in a way that makes you realize how to prioritize your learning and how to do it in a strategic way. So what I want to do is really reveal to you a strategy for how you can prioritize what you learn so that you're learning how to chant as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. So that involves prioritizing which tropes or cantillation symbols you learn first and how well you learn them. And so first of all, I need to define what are tropes. Tropes refer to these cantillation symbols. And here I'm showing a text, Hebrew text, that has not only the consonants and the vowels, but also tropes or cantillation symbols. So here's a consonant, that's sort of the bigger, the letters. And then there are these dots and dashes that define the vowels. Those are the vowel symbols. And then there's these other funky little symbols that if you don't know how to chant, your eye kind of goes over them and you think, I don't know what that means, but it's there. Those are the cantillation symbols or tropes. And you have to memorize them. And one of the things that when you first learn how to chant, Torah, when you're looking at the text, it can be a little hard to pick out the cantillation symbols and distinguish them from the vowel symbols. So what I'm going to do, just for the purposes of looking at cantillation symbols, is to cause all the consonants and vowels in this text to recede into the background by making them gray. And so now you can really see in the black, those are the cantillation symbols. And you can see that there are quite a few of them. And in fact, there are 27 tropes or cantillation symbols. And each one of those symbols represents at least one tune. Some of them actually represent more than one tune, and the tune that you sing depends on the context in which the trope symbol appears, right? So you can look at that and say, oh my gosh, 27 different symbols. I have to learn the name and the tune or tunes that go with each of those symbols. That's a lot to learn. Well, I want to first reassure you that you can prioritize. And in fact, you don't have to know them all, and you don't have to know them all at the same level. So, for example, it may give you some comfort to know that there are 4 trope symbols that are extremely rare. They're so rare, in fact, that I would tell you, don't even worry about them. There's one of them that appears like one time in the entire Torah. The other 3 maybe appear 3 or 4 times, just a handful of times in the entire Torah. Chances are you may never run across those 4 symbols. So those you can sort of eliminate. Don't even worry about them. If you ever have to learn it, then you'll learn it for your specific Torah portion, and you can just look it up. But don't learn them. So then that leaves 23. Okay, well, you have 23. That's still a lot, you may say. Well, the thing that should give you, again, more comfort is to realize that these 23 symbols are not equally abundant in the text. That actually some of them appear far more often than others. And in fact, 10 of these cantillation symbols or tropes cover more than 75% of the Torah text. So in other words, if you can memorize 10 of these symbols and know the tunes that go with them, then you will be able to chant more than 3/4 of the text that you would encounter in the Torah. So that's pretty good, right? 10 is manageable. I would add to that another 3 tropes, 3 more symbols that define clauses, or what I call domains, which you don't understand what those are yet, but don't worry about it. It's just a really important, these are important elements in the Torah text. And so I would say those 3 other tropes are worth learning too. So 13, I would say, the 10 most common plus these other 3 are, I would say, important to memorize. Now that leaves 10 others. Now, they are not rare. They're less common than the others, but they're not what I would call rare. So it's not as if you should have no familiarity with them. But I would say, you would familiarize yourself with the symbols and the tunes that go with them, and then just know where to look them up, right? So that if you happen to get a Torah text that you're supposed to chant, and it happens to have those symbols in it, you can look them up and just refamiliarize yourself with them. So I would say the strategy I would recommend is learn the 10 most common plus those other 3 that define clauses or domains, as I'm going to describe to you in the next lecture. Learn those 13 really, really well, memorize them. And the other 10, make yourself familiar with them. Don't worry about whether you have them perfectly memorized. Just know where to look them up. Right? So then it becomes more manageable.
All right, she sounds pretty solid.
Is this from Sinai Brookline?
I think so. Mordecai, you're on mute.
Sinai Brookline.
I said I'd like somebody to say that everything that she said here, I said exactly the same last week.
I said that. I said the cantor said it.
Yes, that's true.
I didn't say exactly the same.
Right, it's not exactly, but
very similar.
You can take this graph that she made,
right,
and now put the tropes that she's talking about, which are the 10 that are most common, which
right,
are
on the cards,
4 that are uncommon at all, and then which are the 3 that are like I said, the Etnachta, the Sof Pasuk, and Zakef Katot. These are the, how did she call it? The 3 that are
Domain.
domains or whatever.
Domains, like, yeah. Okay, and the other 10, these are less common, and you can actually read the Torah without knowing them. Because if you know the middle of the verse, you know the end of the verse, and you know the other katon verse, then the rest of it, as long as you know how to get to someplace, what you do in the middle, not so important. I mean, if you were in a very Orthodox synagogue or in a Sephardic synagogue, forget about it. They are going to cut your head. But I'm talking in general, that's what it is. So if we concentrate on 10 plus 3, that's 13 out of the 27.
All right. So let's call it that we went over a little. I apologize. But we'll regroup after the holiday weekend, and we'll see between the we'll develop a curriculum based on what we talked about, and we'll divide it up between the cantor and myself based on our schedules. Right, Mordechai?
Okay.
So we're going to focus on session 1 for the next class.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we could go that route.
In a way, it's more concrete.
Okay.
Less concrete.
I mean, she clearly put a lot of work into this, Robin Orwand, whoever that is. And yes, it is Tampa. It is Brookline, Mass, where my father grew up.
There you go.
I think my cousin goes to this shul.
Yeah, there you go.
If it's reformed.
So look at all 7 under session 1.
Yeah.
I think let's start with that. See what if it works for us. If it does, we'll go from there.
And we could take the quiz also just to see what we absorbed.
Yeah, unfortunately with the quiz, she didn't hyperlink it for some reason, so you have to copy and paste it into
the address bar.
Yeah,
address bar.
I hope that is not a hindrance to anybody. And Sandy, you also have the musical note sheet that I sent you that has most of the.
Oh.
Which one is that you sent? The Quizlet.com?
No, this the Pinterest one.
Oh, the Pinterest. Okay.
Oh yeah, we all have. You put that in the chat.
So I encourage you to save that as well for those of you that know how to read music. I think that will be helpful.
Thank you. It's really very nice. Thank you.
Have a good one. I'll see you after the holiday.
Oh, on Friday night?
Oh, never mind. I'll see you Friday night.
So you're going to be there Friday, but not Saturday, yeah?
I will not be there Saturday.
Okay, just want to make sure again.
I'm gonna come on Friday night, I think, and I'm gonna try to find